lot to go on if you want to keep.
CMSportsNet is made possible by Genova's To Go.
We've got Francis Scott Key visiting Winters Mill in a Carroll County girls basketball matchup, and we're in the gym.
Yay!
I'm Pat Stoetzer, and joining me tonight, former county and college basketball standout Emily Bollinger-Miller. Thanks for being with us tonight, Emily.
Thanks for having me, Pat.
It's really fun to be in the gym sharing the game of the week with you. Francis Scott Key gets his first Carroll County opponent of the season. The Eagles are 3-0 to open the season, and it's their first one, like I said. The Falcons are 0-3, 0-1 in county play after losing to Manchester Valley last Friday. Some quick thoughts about this game tonight. You got the reigning county champions against the program that's trying to build things back up.
Yeah, quick glance at the starting lineup. You have Winters Mill looking to start 3 freshmen, 1 sophomore,
that's
and
a
1
young team.
Junior tonight versus the reigning county champs coming in here to the Falcons' nest. But you know what, Pat? That's why you roll the ball up, you tip it up, and you play.
Absolutely, and we're looking forward to a competitive game tonight. We have some more pregame coverage coming for you in a few minutes. We're going to step out for a quick break, but don't go away. The Game of the Week coverage is coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carryout, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
Welcome back. Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer and Emily Bollinger-Miller ready to watch Francis Scott Key versus Winters Mill in a Carroll County Athletic League Girls Showdown basketball show. Eagles are the reigning county champs. Like Emily said, they went 11-1 last season under Coach T.J. Devlin. This season, Key is led by new coach Mitch Walther. He came from the Liberty staff after many years there as an assistant, and already, again, off to a 3-0 start. The Falcons have alum Jordan Neville-Whitty as their head coach, and she's in her 3rd season as the coach, so she's familiar with their program. Mitch knows enough about FSK after spending the summer with them. Time to look at the team stats as we enter this gameplay, and you'll see that, again, Francis Scott Key off to that 3-0 start, averaging close to 60 points a game. Defense has played well. Now this is their first county matchup. And then you've got Winters Mill, who's struggling right now to get offense going. But again, like Emily mentioned, young players in the lineup all up and down the squad for Winters Mill. Let's take a look at our players to watch in tonight's game. It's Francis Scott Key's Summer Brooks and Winters Mill's Hannah Neske. Neske, one of those freshmen, Brooks a junior, both playing in the backcourt. And Emily, when you look at the players to watch, we know that Drew Watkins is sort of their go-to player on offense, but Summer makes everything go. We watched her play a little bit last year, too. She's a really talented guard and kind of the key to Francis Scott Key's offensive attack.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting tonight watching Summer. She had a really strong supporting cast around her last year, and now she is the star. She is the star of the show, so it's really going to be interesting watching her at the reins lead this team.
And it definitely is. It's her and Abby Rieger in the backcourt. They've known each other since they were 3 or 4 years old, played basketball for a long time together, and they're only juniors.
Yeah.
And Drew's the one starting senior there in the group. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's game. We're in the middle of pregame warm-ups here between Francis Scott Key and Winters Mill. Let's start with Francis Scott Key, visiting Falcons, again under Coach Mitch Walther.
Eagles, you got your birds mixed up.
Oh, I did say Falcons. I did. It's two different birds. I mixed them up. That's their first time and not the last time, so correct me.
Yeah.
Their starting lineup, Abby Rieger, Summer Brooks in the backcourt, Drew Watkins, the senior, Caroline Core, averaging about 6 points and 6 boards a game, and Kenzie Bancroft, who was a role player last year, into that starting lineup now for the Eagles and Coach Mitch Walther. So again, like we said, FSK off to that 3-0 start, their first county game of the year, and they're facing Winters Mill, the Falcons. Hannah Neske, the freshman, Janae Pryor, junior, the elder statesman of the group, Imbrugulio, Ciel Balsamo, and Riley Haskins, another freshman. So like Emily said, 3 freshmen and a sophomore in the starting 5 for Winters Mill. We got about 3 minutes to go here before the national anthem, the lineups, and the tip-off. We want to check out some recent girls basketball scores that took place in the county. Just a couple games of note the last few days. And Westminster rallied from a tremendous deficit in that game. Westminster beat Liberty 49-42, a 24-point fourth quarter for the Owls to kind of get their season going in the right direction. Man Valley beat Winters Mill, low-scoring game the other day. And South Carroll, the surprise so far, off to a good start with a win against Century. Century also took down Howard on the road the other day. But those are the county games. So let's go to the standings now. The latest Carroll County girls basketball standings, where, again, the Cavaliers sit atop the standings, 2-0 in the county, 3-1 overall. So good things happening down there at South Carroll. They're a young group, so maybe something Winters Mill can sort of model after. Man Valley has a county win, and Westminster there, 2-1, 1-1 in county play. And Key again, 3-0 undefeated, and their first county matchup tonight. How important, Emily, are these games this early in the season, simply because of how early we are and you want to get things going in the right direction?
You know, a team matures throughout the season, especially a young team, but these games tonight can make a statement to the rest of the county on both sides of the court. So really, it's a tale of, it's a very long season. The winter season is a very long season. So if Francis Scott Key makes a statement tonight, great. They got to carry that the rest of the way. Winters Mill might surprise us tonight, and if that's the case, we're excited to watch that momentum develop.
Yeah, and they can't just either go anywhere but up after you had a struggle in a couple of years. So you want to sort of build the resume early. And if you're Key, you know you're going to get everyone's A game. You're the reigning champs. You have that bullseye on your back. You had that situation at the high school level too. And we'll talk more as the game goes on here with about 1 minute and 20 left before the tip-off. You know, when you do come into the season as a reigning county champ, everyone's going to say there's added pressure.
Sure.
How do you do that with a new coach? How do you do that to sort of, you know, soothe the pressure and soothe the girls' minds and focus on the task at hand, getting these wins, like you just said, getting the wins early and building this momentum early in the season?
Sure. I mean, and it's not a whole typical new cast, right? So you have your team. You may have a new leader, but you still have the team. The core of your program is returning.
Right.
And, you know, I don't think Key needs to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Enough of the spokes are still here.
That definitely is true. And we saw Drew Watkins as one of the players that was sort of they were a starter, not a role player last year. She opened the season this winter with 31 points in their opening game.
Wow.
That's a statement. She's playing the post. She hasn't played much post at all. She told us in the preseason preview, this is new to me, and they're really getting her in there. They graduated out in the 5. She was the reigning player of the year. They graduated. Her name escaped me. The other post player, Raina Miller. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So they graduated some front court players. And we're getting ready for the introductions. We'll keep talking as we go. First, we're going to see Francis Scott Key's intros here. Abby Rieger coming onto the court. She's a junior guard, number 3. We got Summer Brooks, number 4. Again, we mentioned her, player to watch. There's Kenzie Bancroft, number 34. So we're going 2 guards, 3 forwards. There's Caroline Core. And Drew's listed as a guard, but 15, Drew Watkins. We'll see her down low, I think, in this matchup.
Drew averaging 18.3 points per game so far this season.
Yeah, really off to a great start, only in 3 games. Over on Winters Mill side, led by Jordan Neville-Liddy, of course, a former standout in her own right at Winters Mill. And here's that young lineup.
A lot of fresh faces out of the Winters Mill bench.
You know, you can see it as a daunting task. We also see Emily as no better way than to see where we're going than to play the best team in the county. They're the reigning county champions.
Absolutely, Pat. When you're young, you have nothing to lose. Nobody knows what this is going to look like. I myself at Westminster was in their shoes at one point, and frankly, we surprised a lot of people that year.
Yeah. You just don't know what you're going to get out of the young group, and I know that's what Coach Whitty's been trying to do. And now we're going to go ahead and rise for the playing of the national anthem. also, Emily, with a young team, it helps to have a veteran staff that knows what they're doing. You've got Jordan, who played high school basketball at a high level. You have Jerry Georgiano, who's been synonymous with basketball in this county, and Chris Pryor, who himself played some good high school and college basketball well. You got a young group. Really good way to do it by having 3 or 4 people that really know what they're doing on the staff.
Absolutely. And, Chris's daughter, Janae, is on this team. And Jerry Georgiana, my goodness, Carroll County Hall of Fame coach, and just somebody who has been involved in the development of so many young women basketball players in our community. So,
absolutely.
And plus Jordan, she brings a lot of energy. And with this new generation of players, she has really been focusing on helping them visualize their success. What does it mean to cut down the nets? What does it mean to experience that success, and what do we do once we're there?
Started the season against Delone Catholic, a really tough private school out of Pennsylvania. Had a much closer game against Centennial and then Manchester Valley. So, again, they're trying to put the ball in the basket. It's not always easy. You're going to go through games where you lose by double digits. It's how you respond to games like that. And on this side with Francis Scott Key, they've passed their 3 tests with flying colors, all double-digit wins, non-county opponents. But this is their first chance to make a statement in the county to kind of tell everyone else, hey, look, we won it last year, and it's not a fluke. We lost the player of the year. We lost a couple of talented players. We got a lot back. We're going to make another run at another county championship.
Our pipeline is full, and we're here to prove it.
Yeah, absolutely. We are about to head to the court for tip-off. Francis Scott Key and Winters Mill from, just as Emily said, the Falcons' Nest in Westminster.
I don't know if that's official, Pat.
I think that's official enough.
The floor looks fantastic. Check out this new floor. You can definitely tell what's out of bounds now.
And we're underway, and Key controls the tip. Abby Rieger up top, over to Summer Brooks. Bancroft back to Brooks. And Watkins open from just outside the free throw line, but a good box out by Cielo Balsamo, number 33, and Winters Mill's first possession. And there's Hananeski, the freshman, number 1. Our players to watch, guarding each other right off the top.
That's right.
What's the best way, Emily, to attack the size of Key when you don't have as much of it on the Winters Mill side? Not that Winters Mill doesn't have any. Well, I'll answer that in a second, because here's a steal by Rieger. And let's see, off the baseline, stays there.
I would expect it's going to take Winters Mill a couple possessions just to kind of feel out the defense, see where we're going to maybe have a slight advantage size-wise, speed-wise. But I anticipate some offenses with a lot of movement tonight to tire them out.
Nice inbounds play, and Bancroft a little long on the rebound, and another job by Balsamo.
Yeah, great board.
Cielo Balsamo, sophomore forward for Winters Mill, number 33. Winters Mill sets up offense again, and can't telegraph the pass. There's Abby Rieger, and she scores.
Yeah.
So 2 steals already for Abby, and she has the first 2 points of the game.
You have a nice seasoned group with Francis Scott Key, so you can't do this. You can't make the same mistake twice, because it's going to be a mistake twice. Sure.
It's going to be a mistake more often than not. And that's on the job learning, right?
Yeah.
I can't lob that pass now because I know number 3, and there's a block by Rieger. And down the court. Brooks tried to get it to Bancroft, almost caught herself under the hoop a little bit there, and Winters Mill set up again. So 2-0 early on here. Francis Scott Key.
Ooh.
There's Pryor on the baseline working on core. Nice turnaround, but a call for steps, and Key will sub for the first time.
Good aggressive play there. That's one thing Winters Mill cannot do, is to be, subtle and shy tonight. They're going to have to post up. They're going to have to get the ball inside out and really attack.
When they can't attack. That's the word I was looking for. When they can, they have to attack. There's a sub in. Morgan Kenny, 5'7" junior guard for Key, comes in. So we're 2 minutes into the first quarter, and there's a home run ball that is going to wind up in the. Going to stay here, Caroline Core kept their hands wisely off the ball, and Summer Brooks waiting for the inbound play. You talk about attack, that's what Key wants to do. We watched them last year, Emily, how they run, and they haven't changed. New coach, same philosophy.
Oh, yeah. We watched them in Man Valley, against Man Valley last year, and it's those Energizer bunnies. They never ran out of energy.
So Key a little strong so far on a few early shots. Yeah, you're right. They're not going to stop. They're going to try to run you out of the gym, and Winners Mill has to be ready for that. Here's Imbrugulio, number 20 for Winners Mill. Another freshman, and that's Francis Scott Key showing their length and their size and their athleticism here early on.
That's the one thing you're getting an experienced team is they're going to know the defensive rotations, they're going to know the sets, and they're going to know where they need to be at the right moments, and that's going to take Winners Mill a little while to penetrate this defense.
Dribble off the foot, I believe, out of bounds. It'll be a turnover and back to Francis Scott Key. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody, on the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. And a long pass there and a turnover. So a little bit anxious here in the first few minutes. Going to have a lot of hands in a lot of different passing lanes. And here's Summer Brooks the other way. Bounce pass to Caroline Core. Good move. Gets the ball back and draws a foul.
Good strong play by Caroline Core there, sticking with it. Going up strong.
Caroline added some strength over this offseason. One of the better rebounders in the county a year ago, and she's already averaging about close to 6 boards a game to go with her 6 points.
We've seen a little bit of a pattern with Key missing some close range shots. I don't expect that to continue with an experienced squad.
Hey, you got to work your way through it sometimes,
That's right.
So the first one good for Caroline. Second one a little strong, and there might have been lane violation. Nope, we're going to shoot another one. I think Winners Mill got in the lane quickly.
She did, yeah.
Caroline listed as 6 foot on the roster, so definitely some good job by Kenny to get the board. Rieger will set up the offense again. And there's Drew Watkins with the ball top of the key. And Balsamo, nice play by Balsamo to keep that defense active there for Winners Mill. But they get it into Core, back out to Brooks. She's not afraid to take a 3.
Good board.
Neski going at it with Core, not bad. So, look, you haven't scored yet, but you got to like the way Winners Mill's defense has played in this game.
You haven't scored yet, but your opponent has not scored much yet.
That's true.
So the Winners Mill Falcons doing what they can. We're seeing some sparky defense out there, out of Balsamo, and that is making a difference right now.
Prior to inbound. And there's Balsamo, 33.
Coach Mitch switching up a little bit with a three-quarter court press. Put a little bit of pressure on the Falcons, bringing the ball up the court.
And double team, trying to get him into a trap there. And here's Neski there trying to orchestrate the offense. 10 to shoot. Pryor. There's a three-pointer, a little off the mark. And Brooks the rebound. And they do not hesitate to go throw it down the length of the court.
That's right.
And that shot was long by Drew Watkins.
It's good defense. Winners Mill is down there. Her hands straight up, not drawing the contact.
This is Riley Haskins, 34, another freshman. Neski lost it, going up a little bit, I think. There's a 2-on-1. Brooks keeps it, left hand, trying to draw the foul. Kenny rebound, no good. Back to Kenny.
She's wide open. There we go.
Give that one to Olivia Galuzia. And it's 5-0 for Key. Gugliuzza, excuse me, that was a hard one to say.
That's a tough one, yeah.
First points for Winners Mill. Alexis Imbrugulio, number 20, with a nice shot. And it's 5-2. There's Watkins down the lane with a little Euro step and a little long on the shot. So Key not afraid to shoot.
No.
And I like how they're getting to the basket early on here.
Yeah, absolutely. They're being aggressive. We're just not being able to capitalize and finish on these drives.
It's just going to be hard for Winners Mill, I think, to get into the paint. They're going to have to figure something out. Even that, and it's going to be a foul the other way. There's a steal by Brooks. Imbrugulio tried to bounce it off her leg. Brooks grabbed it, and then Imbrugulio commits the foul. I just think that's going to be Winters Mills. There's some changes coming in now. Winters Mills' toughest order tonight is just getting the ball down low.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that comes with the tough pressure out on the perimeter. Just being able to, number one, withstand the pressure, but then try to get through it and hope that your post players are getting the position they need down there.
Marissa Alamari in and a turnover.
Yeah.
Nice steal by Haskins. That shot off the mark, and here comes Abby Rieger and the Eagles. And she lost it going up. So a little sloppy first 5 minutes here or so in the first quarter. FSK 5, Winters Mill 2. And here comes Haskins. She dribbles into the double team. That's Toby Olawale, senior forward. One of the only seniors on this squad. Her sister is injured. Tommy.
Oh, nice follow.
Just so they drew it up.
Yeah.
Nice follow, though, by Haskins on the putback and a foul.
Yeah.
But a good job by Winters Mill to get to the glass.
Absolutely. They're not backing up.
No, it's a 5-4 game. And a timeout, FSK. 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Timeout, 30-second timeout for the Eagles. So your offense, if you're Winters Mill, hasn't gone according to plan, but you're 1 point down with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. If you're trying to stress positives, that's the positive, right?
Absolutely. And so we've discovered there's not a lid on either basket. despite the chances. So I think Key, they got some opportunities that they're missing here, but we're seeing Key, they want to keep the up-tempo pressure. I think Winters Mill will benefit from keeping a more steady pressure, run their half-court sets, try to get some good motion in and out. We've seen steals both ways, very aggressive defense from the get-go.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, I think Key's length, the way they get their hands and arms and in the passing lanes is going to be tough for Winters Mill. But if you can follow like you did a minute ago there, where Haskins had the nice follow-up, she got aggressive, went to the hoop, and Key wasn't aggressive, and they paid for it.
It just takes one person to not be boxed out, and you're wide open.
And a couple of those go in, and you start gaining confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
There comes some pressure from Winters Mill. That's McKenna Lanza into the double team, but Drew Watkins there, and she scores off the glass.
That's where the experience of a Drew Watkins comes into play. You can fluster her, but you cannot spoil her.
Correct.
Nice finish there for 15.
It was. There's Olawale with the ball, and she will give it off to Ananeski, number 1. Freshman varsity players are sometimes tough to come by. Freshman point guards, even more responsibility.
More
for
special
a ninth
breed,
grader.
yeah.
And that looked like it may have been a double dribble. They didn't call it. And Bergoglio with a 3, no good. But kudos to Neski for jumping up into that role and going with it.
Yeah.
As a 9th grader, a 14-year-old out there with some 16 to 17-year-olds.
It's tough to be the court general, you know. The point guard needs to be able to direct the offense. They need to be able to be the direct line of communication from their coach. And
no doubt.
It's a lot for any young woman.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't mean the freshmen can't do it. They certainly can, but it's just usually not their varsity. Roll for a pick. Yeah. Not too bad. I think she tried to dump it over the top.
She did.
And yeah, she gets right in there again. Nice job. And here's two girls that know each other very well.
Yeah.
Brooks missed the bunny.
Yeah.
And a foul on Rieger. A little aggressive.
Probably a little frustration there, Pat.
Summer wanted a foul at the end of that play, but you can see these two right here in front of us. Brooks and Rieger just know each other so well. They don't have to talk much. They just know each other so well. You had teammates like that too, college and high school.
Oh, yeah.
And Bergoglio for 3, in and out. Nice rebound by Olawale, and she goes up strong. Coach Neville Whitty liked that. Toby Olawale, senior forward. That's the kind of aggression that Winters Mill needs to stay in this game.
Absolutely. Great position, great box out, wonderful rebound. Now let's see if she can knock down these foul shots. Atta girl.
Nice stroke on that first one. Toby Olawale. And now Watkins coming out against substitution for Key with 46 seconds left in the first quarter. You had teammates like that at all levels, but let's stick with high school. I mean, Natasha Morrison, Jen Walkling come to mind, the ones I can remember. I'm old, I can remember those teams.
It's almost 20 years ago now.
You don't have to say that. But that you guys played so long together,
We did.
just like these girls at Key.
Yeah.
You didn't have to speak to Jen Walkling and she not to you sometimes when the game is in the balance. You knew where she was going to be, she knew where you were going to be, and vice versa.
Jen and I are a great example of that. I'd be high, she'd be low. We could almost close our eyes and know where the other one was going to be positioned, and we could almost look at each other and know when to expect a post up or a cut. And,
it just goes so far to success.
It does.
When you have that matchup. That's what this Key team has with Watkins and Core and Brooks and Rieger.
They do.
Jayla Watson in now for Key number 5. The high screen set on her. 3-pointer no good. Imbruglia asking backcourt. Yeah, she was good hustle by Imbruglia, but just backcourt there, and Key will have a chance for the last shot. It's just an unspoken feather in your cap when you've got kids like number 3 and number 4 for Key who just don't need to do anything but wink and nod and point, and they can run the whole team that way.
And they're athletes. That's
Absolutely.
very obvious. Very obvious.
I think someone thought that was off Winters Mill, but it's off Brooks, and a turnover. So now the Falcons get a chance for the final shots of the first quarter. Neski, nice drive. Hannah Neski, she had to hurry. No good. And how about that? Hannah Neski ties the game at the end of the first quarter with a nice drive off the glass. And hey, there's 3 quarters left. Offense was a bit of a struggle in that first quarter for Winters Mill and for Key, and we have a tie score. That's why you roll the balls out, Emily Miller said.
That's why you throw them up and tip it,
You have to, if you're breaking this down by quarters, you have to think if you're the home team, the home Falcons, you won that quarter.
Yeah, I think we're testing each other's temperatures. We're seeing what's going on. Winters Mill, that was a huge win for Winters Mill. Even though the scoreboard says we're tied. To be tied right now with the reigning county championship is a big statement for Winters Mill.
And then for Francis Scott Key, I think that what you're saying to them, if you're the coaches, it's coming, right?
Yeah.
It's coming along.
Yep.
So first quarter highlights here for you, and I thought the way Abby Rieger got in the passing lanes early sort of set the tone for Key defensively. But I think Winters Mill just sort of it took them a little longer than Coach Neville Woody probably would have liked. But like you said, we're sitting at 7-7 going into the second quarter. If there's any momentum, it's the fact that we hung with the county champs for 8 minutes, and we were, we're even right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And sometimes when you have a roster with freshmen, 3 freshman starters, it's very much a getting to know you. They've never played against each other before, so they don't understand the styles. They don't know where the strengths are. There's very limited scouting and film breakdown at this point of the season. So
some stats there. I'm sorry to cut you off. No 3-pointers made yet. 3 twos each, and each team 1 for 2 from the free throw line. You're right. This is only their 4th game together as a unit, and this is still the time of year when you have the luxury or the chance to juggle the lineup.
Yeah,
you can start some players and try to find that cohesion the rest of the way. Winters Mill's ball to start the second quarter. CMSportsNet game of the week from Winters Mill High School. Start the clock, Scott. And Key will have the ball now. Brooks drives in. She will definitely like to get to the basket. Nothing called underneath. And Winters Mill has it again. Drive by Olawale. Core stopped her. Olawale. They wanted to call a travel there. Here comes another home run ball. FSK, I would say so far, a little sloppy in terms of the home run passes and things. They probably don't need those just yet. I know they want to run and go, but Winters Mill is in the game because of some of those unforced errors.
That's right.
Nice job by Alamari there. And out of bounds off of Bancroft. So right as I said in the first quarter that they were struggling to get into the paint, they've been doing a better job the last 4 minutes of gameplay. Neski will inbound. And Bregulio got Brooks off her feet. Nice board by Rieger.
Great board.
And here's another one. They will run. And here's Bancroft. Jump step. counted, I believe. Yep, count the basket.
And that is dangerous, Pat. If Francis Scott Key keeps up that pace and starts to finish these and/or get the foul at the end of it, that is going to be very tough to defend.
It is. Kenzie Bancroft, a 5'9" junior. That's it, right? It's still early. It's still early for everybody. We got there's some blood on her jersey, but she made the basket. That should be it. So now it should be Winters Mill's ball. There was some blood on the jersey, so she's gonna have to take that taken off.
Okay. Costume change.
Costume change. Yep. Into the game, Catherine Steinbrenner, a sophomore forward, sophomore guard, number 5, for Winters Mill, and the Falcons ball under their own basket. There's a turnover. Pryor got in the way of that pass, otherwise Brooks was going up with it, and Winters Mill will get it back. Almost another steal by Brooks. Neski. Pryor will spot up for a 3, and she hits it.
I think that's our first 3 of the game, Pat.
It's the first 3 of the whole game.
Yeah.
And it's Janae Pryor and a turnover there. Again, Key going for those long passes. Gonna fix the shot clock. Substitutions here for Winters Mill. Olawale out, Balsamo back in.
Great minutes for Olawale.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yep. Giving up some size and strength in there, and she held her own for sure. 10-10, second quarter action here. Neski, I think Rieger got a piece of that 3-point attempt, so give her another block, and it's out of bounds to Winters Mill. And Rieger has been everywhere so far.
Oh yeah.
For Francis Scott Key. Summer Brooks takes the 3, a little off the mark. Balsamo with the board. So Winters Mill's done a pretty good job here through the first 10 minutes of this game. Pryor trying to set a high screen for Neski.
Okay.
Balsamo, it can be a 5 count. Nice pass.
Wow.
Nice runner by Steinbrenner.
Pat, that would have been option 10 for me, but it was the right option. Good patience by the Winters Mill Falcons.
Sure was. And a surprise here so far. Pass too high by Brooks. Oh. Good job by Brooks. Watkins will take it right to the hole. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
And she'll go to the line for 2.
Good strong take.
I mean, I think sometimes when in doubt, when your passes aren't accurate in the beginning of the game, get the ball underneath. Get it to your leading scorer.
Mm-hmm. See a little bit of frustration on Watkins' face right now. I think that.
And Brooks and Rieger.
I think we're having Key's having a little bit of a hard time falling into the tempo of this game. And the Winters Mill doesn't realize what the tempo is. So.
Well, Winters Mill, if right now it's their tempo is just fine.
That's right.
So Coach Neville Whitty substituting here pretty liberally and getting a good amount of girls in with some minutes.
Good rotation.
Watkins missed the first one. That's going to be long too, and a good board by Pryor. That's a quick shot, and a 3-pointer falls. Marissa Alamari. Watkins will take a 3. That's way off the mark, and Pryor again with the board. Nice baseline move there.
I think Rieger would like to have that one back if she could.
I think you're right, and Imbruglia will go to the line for 2, and first one goes in. And it's a 6-point lead for Winters Mill. Make it 7. And Bergulia has 4 points. And it is a 7-point Winters Mill lead with 4.5 remaining in the first half. Double team foul call on the base. Coach Walther barking out some instructions here for Key, and this is the first time they've had a little adversity, I think, all season. So an early test if you're Francis Scott Key when it comes to that. How do they handle it, right? That's the next part.
And you have a player like Drew Watkins coming in here at 18 points a game, averaging 18 points a game. You're going to see some double teams, maybe even a triple team on her. And
she's got 2 so far. Alamari will take another 3. Gets her own ball, and at the end, she took a step.
Yeah.
Good aggressive move there of Alamari, but just got a little bit of happy feet. And she'll come down the other way, and Key will set up its offense. New this year, Emily, of course, no 1-and-1s anymore in high school basketball.
Wow.
When, yep, this is breaking news to you. No more 1-and-1, so the team fouls reset every quarter. When you get to 5, after 5, you shoot 2 the rest of the way.
Wow.
So we'll see if that plays a role here tonight. Pass down low. Watkins keeps it. Nice job getting to the bucket.
Good strong move.
It was. Yeah, that's a new rule this year to sort of promote the flow of the game, get people from off the line. There was also some safety issues about, concussions when it comes to dead ball, boxing out, things like that. But that's a new rule this year adopted by the NFHS.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it become a major issue so far, but I know that changes the strategy around a little bit too in these games as Watkins makes that free throw.
First one.
Yeah, that's new this year.
I must admit, I did not read the rule book before I showed up.
It's all right. You should have brought your rule book with you.
I am not qualified.
There's no quiz. Don't worry. There's no quiz at the end. But that one was long. So 17-11 as we're under 4 minutes to go. Cross court. Alamari likes to spot that up.
She's got a quick trigger.
Wale did a good job with the rebound, and again, just some happy feet.
She did. She got her money's worth out of those steps.
Coach Neville Whitty has got to be pleased with the effort some of these girls have been putting in. All of the girls, not some, all the girls so far.
Let's be proud of this young team.
Yeah, so far, look, there's a lot of game left. They got to keep it up the whole way. As Jayla Watson gets one to fall. 2 points for Watson, 5'9" junior guard, and it's 17-13. And Key in the zone defense. We're going to get a timeout for Winters Mill. That's the first zone I think unless I missed on the last possession, first zone I've seen. So they're trying to. You wouldn't think I didn't think I would see it, but they're trying to slow Winters Mill down a little bit here. That's a big deal so early in this game.
Sure.
First half. Winters Mill's passed the test so far.
I think so. They've at least shown up for the test, so that's all you can ask of this young team. I think Key may have some additional tools in their tool belt that you may see a zone defense here. You might see some different strategy things that maybe Winters Mill does not have implemented, but Coach Whitty has done a great job getting these girls ready for the game, and it's clear with that timeout there within 4 points, it's maybe getting a little bit too close for comfort for her, and just time to regroup and make sure a couple quick fouls there, which to your point are going to put the other team on the line for 2 rather than 1-and-1 now.
Yes.
So it changes the strategy drastically.
It could have been the impetus of the timeout.
Yeah.
And if you're Coach Mitchell Walther for Key, look, again, you telling your girls there's still 16 minutes plus the rest of this quarter of gameplay. We got a lot of time left to figure this out. And you're going to go through stretches where like you said, there's a lid on the hoop.
Right.
And your passes aren't crisp. And you may have, in the high school player's mind, you may have overlooked this team a little bit through the first half. This is a good wake-up call for Francis Scott Key. And if you're Winters Mill, you hope that they're playing right into your plan.
Yeah, and if I'm Key, I'm saying, look, girls, let's go back to basics. We've missed how many layups and little gimmies, and it's not like we're going to live and die by the three-pointer tonight. So you're finishing strong. You're getting behind your leaders, which you have many of them on this team, and you're just steadying yourself at this point.
Winters Mill's ball in front of Key's bench. And the zone is still there. And Bergoglio got Brooks off her feet. I think Brooks got a piece of that ball. And FSK comes back. Core attacks the basket.
Yeah.
That's just what Key wanted to do. I hear a lot of yes coming from their side. That's just what they wanted to do.
Absolutely.
And now, like you just said, Emily, that's the 5th foul. So the rest of this quarter, Key will shoot 2 free throws on any foul,
regardless
called.
of the foul.
Correct.
Yeah,
so here's Caroline Core at the line. This is how the Eagles can attempt to get back into this game a little bit. Only down 4 here. Make it 3. It's just the 2nd point for Caroline Core. The second one.
Yeah.
I think another violation, yeah.
A little movement from Toby on the line there.
So that attempt doesn't go in the books, and this one is the 2nd attempt. But Watson gets the rebound. Olawale gets her hands on it. It stays here, but a good job, Olawale, to tie up Watson.
Yeah.
Bancroft comes in. Core goes out. And the Eagles have the ball under their own hoop. Under Winters Mill's hoop. Brooks will take that 3. Nope, she'll pass to Watson on the baseline. Oh, and that shot is a little off the mark. And it'll go out of bounds. Yeah, she chuckled under her breath. Brooks is laughing too.
Hey,
but
sometimes, Jayla, they get away from you.
They do. But you just don't want to have too many of those in this game.
Yeah.
But you're right. Sometimes you think it looks good out of your hands, and then you say, uh-oh. Neski and Bergoglio. Down to Olawale. Double team underneath Olawale. Bounce pass back out. Alamari falling. Olawale gets the rebound.
Oh.
A takeaway by Brooks.
Oh, no.
And again, fortunately for Key, it goes off of Winters Mill hand. That's just a little bit long of a pass. Brooks coming out. We are coming in. Eagles to inbound. There's Bancroft from just outside the free throw line. No good. Look at Alamari and a foul on Rieger.
Wow. Good aggressive play by both teams there.
Well, I thought it was her 2nd, but
yeah.
Coach Pryor was coming over to check on fouls. Anyway, it's a foul on Rieger, and Winters Mill comes back the other way. Long pass, Rieger tipped it, but Neski gets it back.
The 24, wide open.
Rieger with a steal. Watkins has it. Rieger will stop and pop. Good board by Kenny. Ooh, saved. Indeed saved. Rieger, Watkins. She'll take it all the way to the lane.
Great take.
Oh, nice job by Watkins. That was a great take.
Yeah.
17-16.
I tell you what, she comes in there strong. Nobody in the right mind is going to get in her way.
I don't think so. I agree.
I wouldn't.
I don't know about that.
I mean, maybe in my day. In my day. Yeah. God, I break a hip now.
And a hard pass, and Key starting to feel it on defense a little bit here.
Quick trigger there, but it.
Oh, she's back.
The bank is open on the Tuesday night.
I thought her foot was on the line, but they did give her a 3, and it's 20-16. 1 minute to go. Watkins, foul there on the baseline.
A lot of contact down there.
Watkins got her girl off her feet and then knows what to do with it. Gets to the baseline, goes to the basket.
Marissa Alamari, that is her 2nd made 3 of the night.
And 2nd of the quarter.
She has a great quick trigger, which will benefit them if Key stays in the zone, as long as they can get her the ball in some open space.
And look, sometimes that's all you need, right? Is someone that can just get hot from outside.
Yeah.
Watkins with her 4th point of the quarter. She has 6 for the game. Brooks back in. Watson comes out.
Great minutes there by Jayla Watson
Yep.
really might have been the little spark they needed off the bench.
And Watkins' second one is good. Sub here for Winters Mill is 23. Lucy Duncan, a junior forward, coming in for the Falcons. She gives them some size
She
here
does,
up
yeah.
top, and it's still a zone. Looks like a softer zone. A zone nonetheless for Key. And there's Alamari again. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
If they're falling, they're falling. And that's 9 points in the quarter for Alamari. Oh, off Brooks's hands. It's going to go off Winters Mill.
Good tip.
40 seconds, 39.3 seconds rather to go. It's 23-18 Winters Mill. A lot has gone right on an inbound play and a steal and a foul call. And they've only committed 2, so that'll be a spot foul.
Yeah, what's the new rules, Pat?
Neski with a good job. That she anticipated that pass.
Yeah. I am impressed by the stature of this freshman point guard. That was
Probably wasn't the wisest thing to do, but a turnover.
Bonus step.
Yeah, Coach Whitty telling her she's probably going to bring that back out to the top of the key. And Balsamo said, yeah, probably should have. She was getting double teamed, and it's a turnover.
Yeah, tend to panic in those situations.
Correct. He's got a couple different players in there right now with Brooks and Watkins and Bancroft. Summer will take a 3, they're long, and then Brangulio rebound. 15 seconds. Winters Mill can hold for the final shot regardless. They're going to have the lead at the end of the half.
Same spot.
2.9 off of Key out of bounds. Winters Mill trying to draw one play up here before the end of the half. Alamari wanted to take that 3, but
she did. She didn't have enough space there.
She did not.
No.
And we have come to the end of the first half. And Winters Mill 23, Francis Scott Key 18. An impressive start for the Winters Mill Falcons, who are looking for their first win of the season. And this is how you do it.
Absolutely. And, you know, if you're Francis Scott Key, this is not how you drew this one up, Pat.
It is not. It is not. Now, the good thing if your Key is, you got, 2 quarters left of play. The good thing if you're Winters Mill is you've put a scare into the reigning county champions, and you're playing fairly well after the first few minutes of sort of getting your feet under you.
And 5 minutes up at halftime, you're getting a little confidence too. So you're starting to believe you can beat this team and you can come away with the win here. So, the benefit that Francis Scott Key has is they have a locker room full of elder stateswomen, and they are going to go to work and they're going to make adjustments.
Like Emily said, a 5-point Winters Mill lead over Francis Scott Key. We got some halftime content for you coming up. But first, a quick break. Don't go away. The CMSportsNet Game of the Week will be coming right back.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports Podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CM Sportsnet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CM Sportsnet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes-Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes-Bollinger Insurance Services. And by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's Pizza, Pasta, Subs, and more.
Halftime at the CM Sportsnet Girls Basketball Game of the Week. Winners Mill 23, Francis Scott Key 18. Pat Stoetzer, Emily Miller with you from Winners Mill High School. We're going to take a look at some highlights here in a second, but first, your first half thoughts. For the first few minutes, Emily, it was a little bit of a struggle to sort of get things going. Winners Mill has been in this game because they've been smart after they got their feet settled and got their minds how they want to play offense and defense in this game.
Yeah, and the young Winners Mill Falcon squad has not cowered in front of the experienced reigning Francis Scott Key Eagles, and that's very impressive. So as a result, they're up by 5 going into the locker room at halftime.
If you're coaching the Falcons, what are you talking about in these 6 minutes here before we start the third quarter? What have you liked so far in the first half, and what do you want to improve on?
Sure. First of all, we're probably taking a deep breath and saying, okay, that's done. Now let's be a little bit more strategic. This is where we've rattled them. Here's where we have some opportunities. You got Alamari coming off the bench with some 9. She's the leading scorer of the game by our math.
Yes.
As long as the math is mathin'.
3 threes was 9 points.
Quick trigger.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think we're saying what's working. We don't need to make any big adjustments. Just go out there and keep your composure and let's roll.
And how about FSK? I mean, again, this is your first adversity, so to speak, of early part of the season. How do you respond? Is that what you're talking about at halftime?
Absolutely. If I'm Coach Mitch, I'm saying that may have been the worst half of our season so far, and let's have a short memory and let's get back out there. Let's follow our leaders that have brought us to this point, and let's keep this thing going.
Your 2 top scorers, Drew Watkins with over 18 points a game. She has 7 right now. 7. And Summer Brooks has close to 10 points per game. She hasn't scored yet. So you got to get your offense, girls, going so far. Take a look at the first half highlights. FSK has not shot the ball well in the first half. They trail by 5 points. Right away, we saw how Abby Rieger and the defense from FSK could really handle themselves early on, and this was just inside the 3-point line there, bucket by Gugliuzza. But again, Winners Mill, you mentioned it, Emily, and Marissa Alamar with some 3-pointers in the second quarter, and they slowly got into what they wanted to do. They actually got to the basket, which I thought would be a challenge for them early on. There's Kenzie Bancroft with a nice move there to score her only field goal. But again, they had some men. There's Janae Pryor with a 3-pointer, and like you said, once you get into the second quarter, you're going to see what Marissa Alamari did for the Falcons. Not much time to think about it. Just catch the ball, turn, and shoot.
Quick trigger.
That's a good thing to have when you're a young team like that. Hey, they're not always going to go in, but if you can get a couple to go down, that's a big momentum boost if you're Winners Mill.
If you have a player on your team that needs a little bit of daylight, you can knock down a 3-pointer. That I think you use that to your advantage. There she is, knocking one down from the baseline.
There was another one. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just the elixir you really need to get into the game. There's the team stats for the first half. Key got to the line 11 times, 6 made. No 3s made yet, the 6 2-pointers for FSK. 4 3s for Winners Mill. All 4 of them came in the second quarter. 3 of them by Marissa Alamari. She has 9 points. Imberguglio's got 4 points. Key led by Drew Watkins with 7. And again, shooting not the best. 6 for 28 so far from the field for Key. Can only get better. I guess that's one of the things that Coach Walther is probably going to tell the Eagles in that regard. what have we seen so far here with, as we get ready for the second half? Actually, before we do that, we're going to recognize the latest CM Sports Athlete of the Week, so hold your thoughts.
Sure, yes.
The Athlete of the Week comes from Century High School. Boys basketball player helped his team to a pair of victories last week. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week. This week's CMSportsNet Athlete of the Week, Peyton Conrad, Century Boys Basketball. Peyton helped the Knights to a pair of wins last week, one of which was against South Carroll. Peyton, I don't know if it was a career high or it was a season high for you so far in that South Carroll game. What was going well for you offensively, able to get the 20 points and help your team win?
So we just game planned well. That we knew South Carroll had a bunch of shooters, and we had to stop the people that could score on their team. So we went in there with that mindset. We just came up victorious.
I think you were 8 for 10 from the free throw line in that game, and part of your game is getting to the basket. How much do you work on that? Because your size helps you perimeter player, but you can certainly get to the basket and attack. How much more time do you spend working on just trying to get to the basket and be that better player?
Yeah, Coach Wonder gets us ready all the time. All we do is drills, just getting to the hoop, especially me. He trusts me to get to the pull up and get to the hoop anytime finish. He believes in me to do that.
Off to a good start again this year. I know expectations are always high at Century. You've been a part of this team for a long time. What's different about this year's team that's still going to be able to have you guys get there at the end fighting for a county championship?
Overall, we're all scoring the ball well. All of us are scoring double digits, so it's just team chemistry, getting all of us better every practice, getting our team. We're just working as a team better than we've always have been.
Yeah. You guys, some big guys under the basket, Ryan and Ben as well. There's other guys that contribute too. Yes, you lost the leading scorer in the county from a year ago in Andrew Marcinko, but it doesn't mean that you guys aren't good this year. How motivated are you to sort of just keep it going and pick up where Century always leaves off each year?
Yeah. So last year we had one of our bad seasons, but it was still good. But so we're motivated to be better than ever right now. Working as a team, getting each other better every practice. Coach Wonder believes high in us, so we hope to accomplish much.
I was going to say, how excited are you then to sort of be a leader on this team and sort of see where it can go? Like you mentioned, 17-7 isn't a terrible year, but for you guys, it's not good enough. How pumped are you to sort of be the leader on this team?
I'm pumped. I just want to make it far, see how well we can do as a team, just get there far.
All right, well, hey, congrats on a great week. Good luck the rest of the season. Peyton Conrad, the latest CM SportsNet Athlete of the Week.
CM SportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services and by Genova's To Go.
Congrats to Peyton Conrad, the latest CM Sports Athlete of the Week. He's going to lead Century into action on Thursday against Pikesville, and then next week is holiday tournament time for Century and a lot of the Carroll County schools. Both of these teams will be playing in holiday action as well. Emily, what have we seen so far? We talked a little bit about it a second ago. We're getting ready to start the second half. If you're FSK, what do you have to do differently in this half to overtake this deficit and come away with a victory?
If I'm FSK, back to basics, babes. Let's just focus on the short shots.
Back to basics, babes.
Lean on your leaders. You've got very capable leaders, starting but also coming off the bench, and stick with what works.
And then if you're Winners Mill, you just ride this momentum, right? You ride this wave.
Absolutely. Don't be scared to be here.
Right.
Play like you belong, because you do, and you have so far.
No doubt about it. We're about to start the third quarter of action in the CM SportsNet Game of the Week from Winners Mill High School, where a little surprising score so far, not to the Falcons, I'm sure, but they lead 23-18. 5-point lead at home as they're trying to get off the schneid and really giving the reigning county champion Eagles all they can handle through the first 2 quarters of play, and they will have the ball to start the third quarter. It is the third quarter. I haven't changed it on the scoreboard yet, but it is the third quarter here. Hey, it's early in the season. We're all trying to figure things out here.
We're still in our orientation phase.
Balsamo now goes to the basket and bounces it off a hand, and we have a jump ball.
Yeah.
That's going to go to Key. Yes, should go to Key.
Nice strong post up by Balsamo there, but there it is, some tough defense underneath for the Eagles.
She's finding it hard.
Yeah.
Rough sledding in there when she's trying to, and there's another long pass. It just doesn't seem to be working for Francis Scott Key. And nobody home, and there's Pryor. Pryor gets it back, draws a foul.
Tough play.
Ford trying to get the rebound. Key talking it over with themselves, and Pryor goes to the line.
She does.
For 2.
She does.
Good job by Pryor to muscle up with Core and get that rebound. And the iron kind there for Pryor. That's her fourth point of this game. And 6-point lead. 24-18. Balsamo comes out. Brooks comes out. That one, no good. Core, the rebound, almost a steal by Imbruglia. Watkins, and foul called on Olawale there. So they're staying aggressive, but
yeah. See a little bit of frustration with Francis Kaki right out the back, and you just have to remember you can't score more than maybe 3 or 4 points in a possession if you get fouled on a three-pointer at a time. So chip out away at it one bucket at a time.
Watson got the drive she wanted, just couldn't get the ball to fall into the hoop. And there's Neski. Imbruglia, nice box out by Bancroft. Watkins gets the rebound.
Great kick out to the corner.
Setting it up again, top of the key.
Nice
Core inside. Yes. She has advantage and she scores. Caroline Core puts 2 in.
Nicely done.
24-20. I think you talked about basics. That's the basics Key needs to get back to.
That is the basics. The inside-out game, the wraparound, the unselfish play. Nice finish there by Core.
Yep.
Beautiful post move.
A lot of girls touch the ball in that possession.
Yes.
Rieger wants that ball. Neski's going to take that shot.
It's not a bad look.
Long, and it's out of bounds off of Pryor. And Brooks right back in. I know she's frustrated, but I know Coach Walther was just down the end of the bench talking to her, and they know that they need her leadership on the court.
Absolutely. Short memories. Oh.
Yeah, reach in foul there. So the aggressiveness is going to start to add up a little bit. You just got to figure out how you want to attack it if you're Winners Mill. Because you don't want the team that's trailing to be on the free throw line for most of the second half. Now it's just 2 fouls, but again, when you only have those 5 fouls per quarter, it does change how you play. And there's a zone we see here, Emily, with Winners Mill on defense.
Winners Mill going to try the zone. You pass to break a zone, so we'll see what Key has up their sleeve.
Nice extra pass. Rieger will take that 3.
Good board.
Watkins gets the board off the glass. Good use of the backboard by Watkins. It's
Beautiful.
a 2-point game.
Beautiful. Well done. Good board. Went right up with it.
So a quick 4-1 here to start this quarter. Alamari. I think she got lost in the shuffle there, and she banged her knee. Nobody boxed out. Pryor. And Watson with the ball. Stayed with it. That was a nice job by Neski.
Yeah, good defense by Neski.
Core passes out. Rieger takes the 3. That's off the mark. Watson saves it. Right back to Core. Little short, and Alamari gobbles up the board. Nice possession by Key, but no points on that one. And Rieger will knock it out of bounds. Core going to get a rest. Bancroft coming out. And a 30-second timeout, so some fast action here back and forth in this last minute or so, and it's a 2-point game. Winners Mill 24, Francis Scott Key 22. And I think those basics, like you were talking about, was the extra pass and getting to the basket. I think that's where Key has the advantage so far in this game. They just haven't really executed and scored the points.
Sure.
You got to, if you're Key, you got to tell yourselves they're coming, right? We're going to get these chippies to fall.
And not only that, but we need to settle down and run our offense, because when we execute our offense, we finish and we capitalize and we put points on the board versus the baseball passes down the court. So.
It's been part of Key's game for a lot of years. They love the outlet pass. They love the cross-court pass. When they're on, they're deadly. When they're off, they're turnovers.
Sure.
And
in Winners Mill's way of defense with this young team, they have the stamina and the energy to keep up with that. So
yes, that's true. That's true.
Great pass. Good look.
16.
Oh, Hannah.
16 turnovers in that first half for Winters Mill, yet they had the lead, and they still have the lead. That was a good play by Brooks there on defense to knock it out of bounds. Back to Haskins here at Winters Mill, and Brigulio will have it over to Neski. You know, look, win or lose a game like this for Winters Mill, this is just so valuable to have all these young kids on the court. Top of the key, Neski will take it. They left her open, and it's back to a 5-point lead.
Huge shot, huge basket by the young point guard here.
Nice pass. Watson off the basket, off the glass and in. Nice pass in there by Key.
Great execution on the break by Francis Scott Key.
But Neski down here on the other end, right into her hands. Watkins doesn't get it to go. Same team.
Yeah.
Watson. And steps the other way. I think she was on the line, Rieger, but
number 5 is
27-24, Winters Mill. Yeah, Neski took advantage of that open shot. We're going to fix the clock here for a second. 27-24 lead. It's going to be Winters Mill's ball. Jayla Watson comes out with some applause and some high fives from her teammates.
Great minutes from Jayla.
Yeah. That's what these early games are about, I think. Just, you want to win. Of course you want to win, but who are you going to be in February? And if you're playing in March, who are you going to be by then? This is how you find out. There's a lot of contact under the basket between Alamari and Bancroft. Bancroft not giving up. Alamari not giving up.
No.
Pryor gets it in, and a foul called away from the basket. Hold on Bancroft. Spot fouls, aggressiveness underneath. Both teams are showing it.
Yeah.
And it'll be an inbound for Winters Mill. Neski has it. Pryor. And Neski will start the offense.
Oh, yeah.
She traveled before the foul. Yeah, Rieger got her, but she took the steps before it. So a turnover. Morgan Kenny coming back in for Francis Scott Key. Olivia Guglielmo coming out. And it's Rieger and Brooks in the backcourt again. She shuffled her steps. Watkins wanted to get that pass to Kenny underneath and shuffled her feet. And it's a turnover back to Winters Mill. And Brigulio to Neski over the top.
Good composure by the Winters Mill front court.
Job.
Yeah.
Yep. There was some hands in their faces on those plays.
Yeah. That's a tough press.
Alamari drew a foul. That's Bancroft again, I think.
It is. It's 2 quick ones on her.
And I think Cora's coming back in.
Yeah.
So Marissa Alamari will go to the line for 2. So 5 minutes have gone by this quarter, and Winters Mill still has the lead in this game. It got down to 2 at one point. It got back up to 5.
It did.
It's a 3-point lead, 27-24. Alamari missed the first free throw. She'll get another one here. Trying to get to 10 points. No good. Kenny with the rebound. Core, and then over to Brooks. Summer Brooks brings the ball up the court. Caroline Core.
Good take.
Gets it back. Nice job by Core. Brooks will take that extra pass. Kenny. And Alamari. She doesn't follow her shot. Alamari gets the ball.
Yes. One extra pass there.
That was a good possession by Key. Just came up empty with the shot. Nice job by Core to fake a 3 and go in to try to get a score down low. And there's a turnover. Nice job by Core. Ball knocked out by Winners Mill. It'll go back to Key. Rieger comes out, and Mitch Walther definitely shuffling his order around a little bit here too, just trying to get some sort of consistency here. Brooks on a double screen. Foul, yeah, nice. That was nice play.
Take, yeah.
A nice foul.
Yeah.
Or nice move there by Watkins to get to the basket. Double screen up top, and Watkins flash to the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
And Watkins will take 2 free throws here. Yeah, I just heard someone from the crowd say we need it, and I think they do. They need these free throws to start falling.
Yeah, they
just
do.
to give some confidence back to the Eagles, who can cut this to a 1-point deficit if this goes in. 10 points for Watkins. She's leading them, making it 11, and it's a 1-point game. Alamari comes out. Balsamo comes back in. 2:12 left in the third quarter. And here comes Winners Mill. This is Riley Haskins there. Then up over to Neski now.
Good D, 11.
15 to shoot. Brooks guarding Neski. Neski goes to her right. And yeah, steps by Pryor.
Great defensive set by Key there. You're really seeing them tighten up on the man-to-man.
Yeah, they can score points. They've been averaging close to, 60-some a game. But, I mean, they can also play good defense.
Mm-hmm.
They just get in the way.
Yeah.
And then when they do, they usually turn those in offense. That hasn't happened. That's the reason why they're behind right now.
Yeah.
They just haven't turned that defense into enough offense. A dangerous pass. And Brooks shuffled her feet. So a turnover, back to Winners Mill.
Yeah, that was close.
Yeah.
Saw the replay there.
We have the benefit of the replay, the officials don't.
Yeah.
And it happens in real time. We get to watch it in slow-mo. But a turnover nonetheless.
Right.
Core making sure that trying to shut the pass off to Balsamo. Neski.
Good take.
Nice drive, just a little short. And the board goes to FSK. McKenna Lanza with the ball there. Off to Watkins.
Oh.
Nice pass. Kenny just couldn't finish.
Great unselfish
nice pass by Watkins.
Yeah.
Brooks will knock it out of bounds, as she usually does. Rieger coming in. Lanza coming out. FSK rolling with some depth here, too.
Absolutely.
Coach Walther running in 3-4 girls. 3 at least off the bench. So they're playing with about 8 or 7. And the kickball there by Key. 45.5 seconds left in the third quarter. It's a 1-point game.
Mm-hmm.
So it should be 20 on the shot clock. They're going to fix that because of the kickball. Pass down low, almost stolen away by Rieger. I know I've already said this a bunch, but it's just, I mean, Rieger and Brooks are fun to watch when it comes to the defense and how they can just interrupt a pass.
Absolutely.
They might be the best in the county at it. Oh, Balsamo, nice job, but she stepped on the baseline. Pretty good job by Balsamo to get around the defender.
Good aggressive attack.
And FSK can take the lead here with a bucket. And that's the first time we've said that in a long time.
Yeah.
Rieger goes to the basket, no call.
No.
Good defense by Winners Mill. The shot clock is off. Haskins almost fell down. Nice job by Rieger on defense. They got to get back. Nevsky brings it back out. And a turnover. And Brooks draws contact. And she will go to the line. See her clap her hands there. She wanted that and one.
She did, yeah.
But a good job by Brooks to draw the contact. And Summer Brooks looking for her first points of the game.
There it is.
And we have a tie score, 27-all with 5.5 seconds left. Olawale in for Balsamo. Rieger comes out. I think Lanza came back in for Key. Summer Brooks averaging 9.7 points per game coming into this one. She's got 2, but FSK has the lead at 28-27. That would have counted, but it was a little short.
Yeah.
And after 3 quarters, a 10-4 quarter for Francis Scott Key gives them a 28-27 lead with 1 quarter to go. I think Key got back to basics, Emily, a little bit more in that quarter, but Winters Mill is still in this game by no stretch. Has this been one-sided? I mean, it has been back. I mean, that quarter back and forth, but it was all Winters Mill for most of the first half, and Key has now called back to a 1-point lead.
You have to be proud of this young Winters Mill squad. Coach Whitty has to be so excited with the way that the girls are not only playing, but the way that they're not backing down.
No doubt. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from that quarter. One that saw FSK get into double digits there with a 10-4 advantage that gives them that 1-point lead going in to the fourth quarter. I've been impressed with how Winters Mill, like you just mentioned, I've been impressed with how they've approached this game plan against the reigning county champs.
They have tough defense, tough rebounding. They're not intimidated to get down low with some of the big bodies that Francis Key has out there in their lineup.
Right, which I thought would be a struggle, and instead there was that three-pointer
big three-pointer from Hannah Nevsky.
Yeah. That was the one field goal they had, but it was a 3, and it's the reason why we're a 1-point game. And there you go, 10 for 15 from the free throw line for Key. No threes yet for FSK, 5 of them for Winters Mill. That is the reason, of course, that we have a 1-point advantage here. What do you want to see here from Francis Scott? Because obviously they got the lead back. They did get back to those basics that you talked about. Now you just want to continue to do the same thing?
Absolutely. I think they're going to continue to ramp up the defense. They're going to not give Winters Mill much air. And I think you'll see that here. They have the athletes to do so. And if they'll run their half-court sets and execute.
Alamari, she likes that spot 3. There it is. Marissa Alamari, her 4th three-pointer of the game, and it's back to a 2-point lead for Winters Mill.
She's on fire tonight.
Spot shooter.
That's right.
When they fall, they fall.
In your own
nice job by Summer Brooks. Little no-look pass and kisses it off the glass, and we're tied at 30-30. 2 good possessions to start this quarter, Emily.
Very exciting. Yeah, great job.
Alamari, I think she took some snaps.
Yeah.
She's almost better just standing out by the arc and getting a pass, but she wanted to get to the bucket. She knew what she wanted to do there, just a little bit.
And again, not backing down. They're penetrating, they're attacking.
2 quick possessions, too.
Yep.
Rieger strong. Core gets the board.
Yeah, well.
Foul called on Imbruglia. It looked like she had her hand on top, but
it did, but
Caroline Core goes to the line.
Yeah.
So Caroline Core with 4 points, I think, so far, I believe, in this game. In and out. Second one goes for Caroline, and it's back to a 1-point lead for the Eagles. Nice Haskins drive, Core, big rebound. These are key now. Watkins gets the pass. She goes right to the rack, leaves it short. And Pryor comes away with the ball, and a reach and foul on Watkins.
Great take by Watkins.
Just could not score and give Pryor credit for muscling in there and get the rebound.
Yeah. There's been a couple times tonight, Janae Pryor's been under the basket by herself. The lone Falcon, and she comes up with the ball. So kudos to her for playing aggressive and tough.
Watkins has 11 points to lead Key. Alamari has the 4 threes. She leads everybody with 12 points.
Give her the ball.
And she's going to step out. Good idea. Just a little bit of an awkward pass. And Watkins will be doubled, but bring it back out to Brooks. Knocked out of bounds by Neski. And Core gets it. Back to Brooks. Watkins, a 3 from the far side. Bancroft runs down the rebound. Right into Core.
Oh.
Rieger gets the rebound. That was a uncontested layup that didn't go.
Nice pass.
And it's going to be an and one. The extra pass. Winners Mill.
Yeah, extra pass. Great court vision by Watson there. And, you know, with her being the leader of this team and these girls having years of played together, she knows exactly where Summer Brooks is going to be on that. And Summer, great job finishing that. That's been their Achilles heel all night this season.
Bancroft ran down that rebound. And that's what kept that possession alive.
Yeah.
And then everyone else got their hands on the ball. Rieger came over the ball. Now it's a 4-point lead for the Falcons. A lot of time left, 6 minutes, under 6 minutes, but still a lot of time left in this game. Long pass over to Neski, guarded by Watkins. Pryor. There's Imbragulio, short.
Yeah.
And there we go. They're going to run. Brooks to Watkins. Contested, though. Good job by Neski.
Great defense by Neski from Winners Mill.
And Watkins didn't go up strong enough. Double teamed in the corner. Brooks takes it away. 3-on-1. Pass to Watkins. Off the glass.
Good finish.
Good finish by Watkins. Nice pass by Brooks. 36-30. And Coach Neville Whitty is going to call a timeout.
Good call by Coach.
Full timeout. Good time for Neville Whitty and the Falcons and Coach Georgiana and Coach Pryor to talk it over because FSK is on a bit of a run right now.
They are.
8-3 in this quarter.
They are. They are on a bit of a run, and they're getting back to the basics like we talked about. But, you know, Pat, they're not running away.
No, they're not.
Winners Mill is still very much in this game.
Absolutely, with 5:09 left. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the young squad is not backing down. They're going right at him. Hannah Neski, she's continued to play intense defense.
She's going to be a good player.
Absolutely. This is going to be fun to watch.
She's
these
been fun
girls.
to watch. She has. I agree.
This 3 years from now, it'll be the tail. You know, the sides will switch. We'll be talking about how these girls have played together for 4 years now. And
isn't that cool though, as a coach, to know that you've got a point guard who you know is there, and then as long as she doesn't go away or get hurt, 3 more years after this. That's huge.
Your court general is going to be there. You're going to get to know each other a little bit better. They're going to get to know each other as teammates and.
Like I said in the third quarter, I mean, obviously you want to win. Even if they come up short this game, these games just do them wonders for the rest of the season.
Oh, yeah.
And Key, too. This is adversity that Key has to handle. Right now they're handling it. It took them 2.5 quarters, but they are handling it now.
And this game in January or February when they see each other again has a totally different complexion.
Absolutely. It's a test for both teams, and it's giving both of them an idea of what they need to work on. There's Neski, a little long, and nice hands by Brooks. And a pass to Watson, a little too long, out of bounds, and I think it's going to be off Watson.
Yeah.
Only if it's open.
Back to Winners Mill now. 4:50 to go. Down by 6. They're going to need to start plenty of time, but they're going to need to start working on some offense. There's Pryor. That would help. Key stood around. Alamari tried for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul called Alamari. Yeah, Rieger kind of got rolled up on. How about that possession, though? The shot was taken, and 3 key girls were starting standing around for the rebound and bounced right back out to Alamari.
It did, yeah.
That's the way most of this game has gone.
Rebounding is about positioning, so.
I think we have 5 fouls on somebody here. It's 5 on Alamari. Wow, that's a big loss. That's 5 fouls on number 24, Marissa Alamari.
That happened quietly.
It did.
And not just because we can't see it on the clock, but it happened
you're
quietly.
Right. I mean, they just lost their leading scorer. That's the only problem there.
Yeah.
Well, that's that aggression, so.
They lost their pop and shot in a game where that has come in very handy when the defense has been so tight with Francis Scott Key.
So now you ask yourself with 4:38 to go in your winner's mill, how do we make up for that?
Exactly. Who are we getting open? What plays are we running? How are we setting picks?
Yeah. Who are we going to pass to on the perimeter? Just because they've been passing it to Alamari.
Exactly. We've seen Hannah Neske hit a big shot, so you have options out here. You're not.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. I was going to say, good job, Alamari, though, to give her team 12 points on 4 threes. Jayla Watson with a high arcing shot that doesn't go. Out of bounds for Winners Mill.
Keep your eye on
Key wanted it to be their ball.
the ball. Never move out.
Winners Mill will have possession. 4:23 to go in the 4th quarter. FSK 36, Winners Mill 30. It's been a fun one so far.
It
here
has
on
been.
our
It has
first
Our debut.
on-site, our debut,
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
In person, that's what I'm more like, an in-person game of the week.
I like it better this way.
All
Yeah,
right, well,
it's nice. Yeah.
Duly noted.
Yeah.
Neske will take the
Adam.
three and swish it. And
That is a
Neske, that's what they needed.
Big time shot, big time moment for the Falcons.
Long pass by Rieger, just a little high. Those are the turnovers you're trying not to have.
That's right. If I was the coach of the Eagles, I would say, look, if the pass is not less than 15 feet away, don't make it.
Ryan Mays coming in for the first time for Winners Mill.
Okay.
Sophomore swing player. And they have the ball down 3 with half of the quarter remaining on this Tuesday night, December 19th, 2023, the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Mays trying to set a screen. Pass to Neske on the baseline, in and out.
Good luck, good luck.
Nice job. Oh, out of bounds. It was a nice job by a good battle there between Pryor and Bancroft. Goes off of Bancroft, and it's a new possession for Winners Mill. Just like Emily said, by no means are the Falcons out of this game.
No.
And a nice steal by Rieger. I think she tried to save it, bounced it off herself. Good hustle by Rieger, just in the wrong place there.
Yeah.
Another possession now for Winners Mill.
That's right, bonus possession.
Got to take advantage of them. Brooks on, there's Mays. And it doesn't count, but a nice foul. I mean, a foul call, not a nice foul, but a nice move.
A foul's
and
a foul, Pat,
call. I know. Stumbled on my words.
No, you're fine.
A nice move by Mays and a foul call on Watkins. And Mays gets the inbound pass, and they give me another one. Yep. I mean, it's contact on the baseline.
What's that on her? I don't know.
Well, that's 2 there, so
2.
I would say probably 3.
Is it 3 or 4?
That's 3, according to down here in the book.
Got to move your feet.
And stand your ground. I mean, good job by Mays to try to get around her. Pryor inbounding the ball.
Ball in.
She's got to get it in. Smartly bounced it off her. Neske gets it.
Oh.
I think, I was trying to watch the key bench. I think Rieger's playing with 4 fouls here with 3:09 to go, so she's got to be careful, I think.
Okay.
And I think, I know, according to the girls in front of us here on the book, Watkins has 3. Those are your foul trouble. We already know Alamari fouled out for Winners Mill. Neske tried the baseline on Brooks. She's double teamed. And Bancroft with the ball. Oh, we got a technical foul. Let's see what we got here.
Some extracurricular.
Now, if she grabbed her jersey here on the way, I didn't see it.
Yeah,
I couldn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
Mays hit the deck.
I saw Ryan fall, but I didn't see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mays hit the deck, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
She might only have one eyeball.
But he got a poke in the face. Now anybody can shoot the technicals, so we're going to have Neski shoot the free throws. So Neski can make this a 1-point game.
Look at that freshman stepping it up and nailing it. Good for her.
Yep.
Impressive.
That's 9 for Neski now. And this could be 10. And it is. And it's a 36-35 game. And it's Winters Mill's ball. So it was a loose ball foul, technical foul called on Bancroft, and a timeout Winters Mill. So you thought Winters Mill might have been on the deck, needed to get off the deck down 6. They've scored 5 in a row, and they trail by 1 with 2:59 to go. We got a doozy here, game of the week. I mean, Winters Mill just, that's a good answer by Winters Mill. Just the fact that they were down 6, a lot of time left, yes, but things weren't going their way. Key was having their way there. And that was a huge 3 there by Hannah.
Huge 3 by Hannah. Yeah, it was.
Going again.
It was pretty clear. Francis Scott Key had a big momentum on their side.
I think they did. Yeah.
I tell you what, Winters Mill stepped it up, and they made a couple nice stops, and they've controlled. If we're talking about time of possession, we've been looking this way for a while now, Pat.
Right,
My neck is starting to get a crick. So
it's extra possession.
Yeah.
Those could pay dividends here.
You do, and there was a couple turnovers that were in the backcourt for Key.
Bancroft talking to the officials.
Yeah,
what she did. It might have been inadvertent, but a foul's a foul there.
Yeah, and she's done a lot of the dirty work. Well, I don't want to say dirty, but she has had this is something that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, how hard she has had to play tonight.
Her aggressiveness.
She is very aggressive, and she is making a difference without really showing up in the scoring column.
Yeah, we weren't saying dirty that way.
Yeah, no, give her credit for,
Absolutely.
Us post players.
Takes one to no one.
That's right.
Oh, Brooks almost, and she did get her hand on it. Good job by Brooks.
And that's another great aggressive play that's going to end up back at Winters Mill.
But only 11 to shoot this time. Wasn't a fresh 30, so Neski looked up and saw it.
There she goes.
Right back to Brooks. Oh, Summer Brooks. Left-handed layup, count the bucket. That's how you try to take over a game.
Yes.
The team needs it.
Yes.
She's got 7 in this quarter after she had none in the first half. She's got 9 points.
Took her a little while to become Summer tonight, but now that she has arrived, offensively,
Make it 10. And it's back to a 4-point edge for Francis Scott Key. Fixing the clock here. And Winters Mill's ball right in front of the scorer's table. With 2:26, they're going to move her over in front of the bench. 2:26 to go, 39-35.
Oh,
Rieger with her hand on the ball again.
Good quick hands, yeah.
It's just their calling card. It's just what they do, and it leads to so much success for Francis Scott Key.
Disruption.
It's disruption. That's a great word for it. And there's another one. And out they go. Rieger to Watkins. And pass down low. Rieger. Good job by Mays. And a foul call. Good job by Mays to get away that ball. Brooks won it on the baseline.
That might have been the second or third time tonight we've seen one too many passes on Francis Scott Key's side.
One too many. That's the 5th foul, so with 2:07 to go, there will be 2 free throws the rest of the way.
Okay.
I think Winters Mill's game plan was perfect. They
Yes.
had to be aggressive. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. That's another free throw there for Brooks. And when you don't want the clock stopped and points to be going on the other side, unfortunately you're at the 5th foul.
Yeah.
And that means the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Any foul called. So the aggression has gotten you to this point, but now you got to be sort of careful you don't go over the edge.
Right, absolutely.
Summer Brooks. 9 points for Summer Brooks in this quarter.
Sure, she's heard it before, but it's summertime.
If she never has heard it, that's a pretty good way to start.
Now, if you
I'm gonna
never
say
ask
she's
me,
heard it.
now if you never ask me back, I know why.
Well, Emily, it's been a pleasure. You can go ahead and leave now.
I'm dismissed. Okay, I'll go work the clock.
Hey, Key will take summertime anytime.
That's right. I'm
It's
sure.
the fourth quarter.
I think Uniontown likes summertime.
11 of the last 15. Is that 15 or 13? I can't see. I think it's 15.
Yeah. 11
15,
of the last 15
yes.
points.
Boy,
Yeah.
my eyes were starting
Yeah.
to go, and she's got a chance to make it 12 out of 16 with this free throw here, and she's already exceeded her points per game average, and she had no points in the first half.
Good rebound by
Pretty
Ryan
impressive
Hayes.
by Summer Brooks to get to this point. 5-point lead. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go in the game in regulation.
Oh.
I think Ambrogulio was trying to knock it off of somebody, and she didn't.
Yeah.
So again, you got some ninth graders out there. They're going to
Sure.
make some of these mistakes.
Sure.
And this is crunch time. A nice pass to Bancroft. And Rieger. And Key's not going to, again, the clock is their friend, but that's not their way. They're going to run this ball. They're going to take shots.
Yeah.
They're not going to, they're not going to slow it down. That's just how they play.
Absolutely. We've seen that tonight.
And Watkins will go to the line for 2. And again, a reminder, stay tuned with us after the game. We're going to try to talk to one of the players of the game. We're going to talk about what we saw in this regulation. We're going to see highlights of the game, and we'll have some post-game coverage for you here at Game of the Week. But we still got 1:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's a 6-point Key lead, 41-35. Give 13 now for Watkins, and she's gone to the free throw line now. A bunch here in the second half, really throughout the game.
Very quietly, she's almost at her points per game.
Yeah, the points mount up.
Yeah.
So Keys, Winters Mill's got to score. And that's out of bounds. Stands to Winters Mill. Winters Mill needs one of these shots to fall here in this next possession.
They do. They need a moment.
We got a timeout for Francis Scott Key. He wants a full timeout, and he will get it. With 1:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout, Francis Scott Key. Just a reminder that every Wednesday, CMSportsNet gives you Game On. It's our weekly look-ahead show, look-back show, everything in between. We got you covered with Carroll County High School Sports. It airs Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on our social media platforms and on cable channel HD 1086. Don't miss Game On. I know Emily Bollinger-Miller watches every episode religiously. She could probably give me feedback on how I look on the camera, all those kinds of things. Maybe we'll get you on there one day. Who knows? I mean, you can host it if you'd like, if you want to. Believe me, give me a break and you can host the show. But we appreciate her being with us tonight on the CM Sportsnet Game of the Week as you see Coach Walther during the timeout giving instructions to Francis Scott Key with 1:39 remaining and 42-35 lead, 7-point advantage for the visiting Eagles, who are trying to go to 4-0 and 1-0 in the county as they try to defend their Carroll County championship. It has not been easy tonight, and that's a kudos and a credit to Winters Mill and this young bunch led by Jordan Neville-Whitty. Winters Mill's ball under their own basket. Bounces into Mays. You can't touch it out of bounds. That's the mistake you can't have. Put out the timeout. It goes back to Key. And
this is probably the last couple minutes of this game is the first time we've seen the immaturity from Winters Mill. You know, just the inexperience and.
They broke the pressure there, and now the clock is on their side. Let's see if they try to waste some of it here. Bancroft tried to draw contact out of bounds, goes to Winters Mill. Probably didn't need that pass, that shot there, but
no, she was wide open.
She was wide open.
Yeah.
And now Neski has it. Winners Mill's got to go. 1:15 to go. There's Mays.
Good move.
And Mays with a left hand.
Great move by Ryan Mays coming off the bench for a couple minutes here in the fourth quarter.
1 minute, 42-37.
Great pass.
Bancroft with a nice rebound. And the putback. Rieger's shot was strong.
Yes. Strong rebound. She got up.
Bancroft with a putback, and that's going to probably be really tough for Winners Mill. 44-37. Nice job by Kenzie Bancroft. Full timeout. 60-second timeout for Winners Mill. 41.8 seconds to go in regulation, and the Eagles up 44-37.
You look over there in the corner and you see Jen Goslin, who is the athletic director here.
Yes.
Jen herself, a Carroll County Sports Hall of Famer with a storied basketball being one of her sports. And
played it, coached it.
She did, all for Francis Scott Key.
Yeah, but there was that job. Look at Bancroft in between 2 or 3 defenders. Great job by Kenzie Bancroft. It's a big bucket just because Wintersville gets that ball, get a little bit of life there. Still have about a minute to go.
Yeah.
And 50 seconds or so to go at that point. Instead, it's a 44-37 lead for Francis Scott Key. Watkins has 15, Brooks has 11, Bancroft 5, Core 5. So spread out, but the two leading scorers coming in are doing it again. Drew Watkins and Summer Brooks, and it's been all Summer Brooks in this fourth quarter. But we're not done yet. 41.8 to go. Neski inbounds in front of her coaching staff. Into Mays. Bounce pass to Pryor. Pryor trying to give it to Neski. Bounce off her foot. So again, like you said, I think these are the growing pains that Winners Mill has to go through. It's a shame for them. It's happening in the final minute of the regulation.
The timing of the growing pains is not ideal for the Falcons, however, yeah. Oh.
And a foul there.
Yeah.
It's going to be Abby Rieger will go to the line for 2. 32.6 seconds left. And Key's trying to wrap this up. It was not an easy victory here for the Eagles.
No.
And Rieger's free throw a little long.
And Winners Mill coming into halftime, 16 turnovers. And still led at halftime.
Yes. 23-18 was the halftime score. It's now 45-37. Neski. Core thought she blocked it. They call it foul. Haskins will go to the line here for 2.
A little bit of contact up there.
And that stops the clock, but only 21.7 seconds left. Rimmed out for Haskins, and again, games like this are going to benefit Winners Mill, I would think, greatly in the rest of the regular season, and for FSK, knowing that they're going to get everyone's best effort. And Bancroft with the rebound, so no free throws. No free throws there, and got a foul call. I think Winners Mill didn't like it, but he called a foul.
Yeah.
And FSK will go to the line. Vocal official here tonight at the game.
I was going to say, I wasn't quite sure if that was a joke or
maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, there was a humor involved.
Either way, Kenzie Bancroft will go to the line.
Yeah.
And she's got 2 shots with 18 seconds left. Caroline Core coming out. Ava Hoflick coming in, number 1. Abby Rieger comes out.
And a pair of Avas. Ava Boyer,
yeah, a senior guard comes in. So there you go. And Bancroft, Neski.
Aw.
Yep. She'll get another one because Neski came in early.
Yep.
all the learning
Yes,
process, right? All the growing
absolutely.
pains and the learning curve of a very young team that I think for about 3.5 quarters played, or 2.5 quarters played
Sure.
really, really well in this game.
And you can't.
3 quarters.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be nothing but positives other than the win.
I think the rest of the county is going to take note of this tonight, and on both sides.
They scored 22 points of the night against Man Valley. They've got 37 tonight against the reigning county champions. And Brangulio, 3 no good. And a sigh of relief from Francis Scott Key. They get the victory, hard-earned, against a very competitive Francis Scott Key in an entertaining first county contest for the Eagles. They win it 46-37. And their 2 leaders got them back in the game.
They
More
did.
than 2 leaders, but they got them back in the game and they overcame a deficit.
They did. We had Watkins, who's remained a steady presence throughout the game, and the night did not go the way that she would want the night to go, especially with her layups. But she quietly still, showed up for her team and led her team. And then you had Summer Brooks, who kind of came on a little bit late, but when she came strong. And then you have the steady leader, Abby Rieger, who may not show up in the points per game column, but that is a different ball game without that woman on the court.
No doubt about it. Final score, Francis Scott Key 46, Winters Mill 37. The Eagles get their first county win. They're 4-0, 1-0 in the county. The Falcons fall to 0-4, 0-2, and it was Summer Brooks and Drew Watkins were the top scorers. But obviously it was more than that. It was Abby Rieger. It was Kenzie Bancroft down low getting some meaningful minutes. We saw a lot of girls with minutes. Jayla Watson, Gugliusa early on. You got to know that when some of those things aren't going your way in the beginning, you lean on your veterans down the stretch to get things going the right way.
Absolutely. I don't think this game played out the way any of the coaches or the players for the Francis Scott Key Eagles thought that it would, but the tried and true nature of their team shone through because they stuck to the game plan. The Tiger did not change its stripes, and they came out with a win there.
We're going to come back with some more reaction to what we just saw and take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll say thank you and goodbye to Emily, and we'll talk to one of the players of the game, but not before we break down the second half and the win. Stay tuned, though. We got more post-game coverage. CMSportsNet Game of the Week, wrapping things right up in a minute.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss The Score and More podcast, presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. And by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's Pizza, Pasta, Subs, and more.
Hungry? Genova's To Go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's To Go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's To Go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's To Go. Genova's To Go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's To Go.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports Podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Welcome back to our post-game coverage. The CM Sportsnet Game of the Week. Pat Stoetzer, Emily Bollinger-Miller, Francis Scott Key 46, Winners Mill 37. A come-from-behind win for the reigning county champions. We're going to take a look at the final stats in a second, and we'll talk about what we saw, Emily. And we saw a gritty comeback from the reigning county champs. I mean, that was good, get off the deck sort of thing there by the Francis Scott Key Eagles.
Yeah, it might have taken them until the second half, but they took their heart out and they laid it on the floor.
Yeah, and if you're Winners Mill, again, we'll talk as we watch some of the highlights of the game, and then we'll see the team stats too. A lot of positives to draw on this for Jordan Neville-Whitty and the Falcons, who played very hard, just had a little bit of those growing pains, like you said, kind of bite them in the end down the stretch. Winners
Mill was winning the majority of this game. I think that they controlled the possession of the game, and they didn't panic, and they didn't roll over and die. It was a competitive game. The complexion of it was way different than what we thought it was going to be in the pregame. But to my point, that's why you throw the ball up and tip it off. You were right. You were right on it from the start. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from this one. And Emily was right. The records don't matter. The history here doesn't matter, or how the teams have been doing so far. We got some highlights to watch. And, early on, it was FSK kind of taking advantage of that defensive prowess they have and scoring off turnovers. But I liked the way Winners Mill held in there. They got down early in the first quarter, and they came back with a vengeance, from the middle of the first into the second quarter. Big reason why they had that halftime lead, but we're seeing some highlights here from the game right now. I was just really impressed with how Winners Mill handled itself in this game against, quote-unquote, the best team in the county. Oh, absolutely. They didn't back down. It didn't take them too quickly, too much into the game, too far into the game to realize that we can compete, and we will compete. And led by, as we talked about during the day, 3 3-pointers out of the 4 she scored in the second quarter were Marissa Alamari. There's one of them right there from the far side. She's a good pop shotter, kind of just set herself and shoot. Yeah. And they started falling for them, and it was a big benefit to Winners Mill. It was. Winners Mill didn't score frequently, but when they did, they scored in big ways, and that was a big part. Hannah Neski, a freshman later in the game, hit a big 3-pointer, so definitely a difference maker for the Falcons tonight, as it should be in your home game. Yeah, absolutely. In your home gym. Home gym, and your first home county game of the year. Again, that was Hannah Neski also getting in the act. I think they went up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-pointers for
Winners Mill, Key hit none in the game.
Yeah.
And obviously we know the outcome is different. There's Alamari again with a 3. Summer Brooks decidedly started to take over in the second half.
Yeah.
She had a huge fourth quarter. Great pass there. We mentioned it on the broadcast. Watkins underneath to Brooks. Watkins scores here off the glass. I think we're going to see Brooks with that nice left-handed layup here coming off the steal. Nesky here spots the
another
3 and
great,
hits one. Just kept him in the game. There's the one where she slams her hands on the floor there in delight, because when they needed it, they went to their leader, and the floor leader, and Summer Brooks delivered for FSK.
She absolutely did. She probably didn't start the game the way that she wanted to, but she sure finished it the way she wanted to.
That's all that matters at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, we saw other girls on both sides step up.
Yeah.
Kenzie Bancroft, Jayla Watson for FSK on the Winners Mill side, Imbragulio, Olawale, give them good minutes. We're going to see the team stats here, but those are the moments in the game where I know the coaches can both say, hey, we know player A did this in this game. We're going to do that 3 games from now. We're not going to be nervous about their end results.
Yes, absolutely.
So there it was. 7 threes for Winners Mill, kept them in this game for sure, gave them a lead at one point. None for FSK, but again, 18 for 27 from the free throw line were the Eagles compared to the 6 for 12 for Winners Mill. FSK took advantage of the fact that the 5 fouls came, the shooting fouls. They got to the line most of the second half, made Winners Mill pay. So give kudos to Francis Scott Key there. And Mitch Walther gets his first county win. Those are always special, too.
Congratulations, Coach Mitch. That's big. Yeah, that's fantastic.
As always, it's a pleasure, Emily, to sit and talk basketball with you and watch basketball with you. We appreciate you joining us for the CMSportsNet Game of the Week. I know you're going to come back and do some games for us, hopefully down the rest of the regular season, if your schedule allows.
If I make the roster cut to come back.
Oh, you made the cut. Don't worry about that. Come here, though, instead of the CMC. I know we had our signals
logistics, yeah.
Emily, thanks very much. It's been a pleasure sitting here watching the game with you. Thanks to Emily Miller for joining us tonight. We're going to take another quick break. We come back, we're going to talk to one of the players of the game, the stars of the game for Francis Scott Key. There's a little more post-game coverage from the CMSportsNet Game of the Week.
Pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg. For lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.
Every Wednesday at CMSportsNet, it's Game On. Tune in for a look at Carroll County sports scene. Join me as we preview upcoming games, talk with the coaches, and bring you exclusive reports you won't see anywhere else. Plus, each week we'll unveil CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Don't miss CMSportsNet's Game On, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. We've got you covered.
Hey there, I'm Pat Stoetzer.
And I'm Michael Duffy, inviting you to join us for The Score and more.
Each week we'll talk about high school sports in Carroll County. We'll share information about upcoming games, highlight coaches and athletes, and much more.
We'll even try to have a little fun along the way. Don't miss the Score and More podcast presented by CMSportsNet.
The Score and More Sports podcast is available online at carrollmediacenter.org and on a variety of podcast channels. Skill, dedication, leadership. Just a few of the things it takes to be named CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week. Each week, CMSportsNet recognizes an outstanding player for their contribution to their sport. Meet some of Carroll County student athletes and join us as we celebrate their performance, impact, and outstanding accomplishments.
CMSportsNet's Athlete of the Week is brought to you in part by Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. We're here for the home team. Barnes Bollinger Insurance Services. And by Genova's To Go. Locations in Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, Hanover, and Eldersburg. Genova's Pizza, Pasta, Subs, and more.
Welcome back. CMSportsNet Game of the Week. Final score, Francis Scott Key 46, Winters Mill 37. Pat Stoetzer back with you. And one of the big reasons why the Eagles got the victory, they come from behind big victory. Summer Brooks, junior guard, led them back. Summer, if you had to decide between the first half and the second half, first of all, let me ask you this. What did you guys talk about at halftime being down in this game? Probably not what you expected, not what you drew up, but what did you guys talk about to get you guys back with a good mindset in the second half?
We weren't playing our basketball. We're used to pushing the ball up the court, and Winters Mill was doing a great job of getting back and kind of sealing that.
Right.
So we just talked about slowing it down, but also keeping our intensity. So, because that's what we're best at, is our intensity. So once that picked up, we kind of just kept facilitating.
When the first half goes like that and you're frustrated, I can see it on your guys' faces, things weren't going your way. But you guys have been together for so long. I know you and Abby, for instance, have been playing since you were like 5 years old together.
Yeah.
Is it just a matter of, look, let's take a breath, slow down. We know once we get into our rhythm, things are going to go our way.
Yeah, and also our shots weren't falling in the first half.
And you were getting good looks.
Yeah, we talked about it. We calmed ourselves down, and it just happened for us.
Fourth quarter was yours. I know you had 9 points in that quarter. You started getting to the basket more. I think you were doing that earlier too. But is that just a matter of once the first one goes in, the first layup off the nice pass, you start feeling a little bit more confident about what you're trying to do there?
Yeah. Always confidence is always key. My shot wasn't falling in the first half, so I figured getting to the basket is going to help my team, right. And that's how I'm going to facilitate my team, so that's just what I did.
Other kids on the team, I mean, Mackenzie Bancroft, Olivia earlier on, of course, Jayla Watson, they gave you guys some big minutes. How big is that now early in the year? Because you kind of know it's yourself and Caroline and Drew and a couple others too, but those other girls are going to play big roles down the stretch. That's got to be big for them, you to see them on the court with you playing and to get the win on the road like you guys did.
Yeah, they're big dogs. I love playing with all of them. All my teammates are great. We push each other in practice, and they push me to be a better player. I push them to be a better player. So all of them, I mean, it's just great.
Got the job done.
Yeah.
Congrats on the first county win of the year.
Thank you.
Summer Brooks, CMSportsNet Game of the Week, Player of the Game. Summer, thanks a lot. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, I'll take it from you.
Oh,
that's all right. There she goes. Thanks, Summer, and happy holidays. Yeah, definitely. We have some sports. I appreciate Summer for giving us a few minutes. We got some more sports coverage coming up for you this week, and hopefully during the winter break before we hit January. And Game of the Week will be back. We'll take a little hiatus here as the schools get ready for winter break and have some holiday tournament games coming up. But we'll be back in 2024, so don't go too far away with CMSportsNet High School Sports Action. I want to thank Summer Brooks for joining us in the postgame show. I want to thank Emily Bollinger-Miller as well for joining me for the broadcast. Be sure to catch all of our high school sports content online and on Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel and our website, cmsportsnet.com. And you can catch it on cable channel HD 1086. We're going to see some highlights again to leave you with them. Have a good rest of your week. For Emily Bollinger-Miller, I'm Pat Stoetzer. We'll see you next time.
Hungry? Genova's to go. Pizza, pasta, subs, and more. Fresh hot pizza right from the oven. Genova's to go. A mouth-watering cheesesteak just off the grill. Genova's to go. Fresh baked bread and plump wings seconds from the fryer. Genova's to go. Genova's to go carry-out, delivery, mobile device, and online ordering is available at all locations. Westminster, Hampstead, Manchester, and our newest dining room in Eldersburg for lunch, dinner, or any time in between. Genova's to go.